Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Jacob Fatu reacts to Triple Ace message ahead of WarGames, sends a subtle message. Jacob Fatu has reacted to Triple Ace message to the OG and new Bloodlines ahead of the Survivor Series Premium Live event. The factions will cross paths in a WarGames match. Last week on SmackDown, Roman Reigns interrupted the undisputed Tribal Chief acknowledgement ceremony. During the segment, Solo Sikoa and his stablemates ambushed the OTC, leading to Sami Zayn and the Usos hitting the scene. Zayn eventually swerved Sikoa, joining forces with the OG Bloodline and reuniting the faction. On Twitter/X, Fatu reacted to Triple Ace message to both versions of the Bloodline. The game hyped up the highly anticipated WarGames match. In mid-2024, Jacob Fatu debuted in WWE and was appointed Solo Sikoa's enforcer. On the SmackDown before SummerSlam, he won the WWE Tag Team Championship with Tama Tonga. However, Fatu was forced to vacate his title and hand it over to Tonga Loa after orders from his tribal chief. Despite Sikoa's controversial decision, the Samoan werewolf has been loyal to him. Fatu suffered his first loss in WWE at the Bad Blood Premium Live event. He teamed up with Solo Sikoa in a losing effort against Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. However, the 32-year-old has yet to be pinned or submitted in the company. Fatu and his Bloodline stablemates avenged their loss by defeating the OG Bloodline at the Crown Jewel Premium Live event. Sikoa pinned Reigns, making him the first superstar since Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL to pin the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion. The OG Bloodline and the new Bloodline are yet to find the fifth member of their respective teams for their WarGames match. As WWE gears up for the return of its iconic WarGames event, an unexpected voice has joined the conversation. Jacob Fatu, the powerhouse and mainstay of Major League Wrestling, MLW. A member of the legendary Anoa'i family, Fatu brings his unique intensity and style to every match, leaving an indelible mark wherever he competes. Known for his explosive athleticism, aggression, and Samoan pride, Fatu has crafted a name for himself outside of WWE. But with the buzz surrounding WarGames and a public message from Triple H, fans have wondered if Fatu might have a stake in WWE's unfolding drama, especially considering his close family ties to stars like Roman Reigns and the Usos. In response to Triple Ace's recent WarGames announcement, Fatu sent out a subtle yet intriguing message. While it was far from a direct challenge or declaration of alliance, Fatu's statement hinted at a potential connection to the ongoing saga of the Bloodline and raised the possibility of him crossing over to WWE in the future. This reaction has ignited fan speculation and amplified the buzz surrounding WarGames, as fans wonder if Fatu's involvement could be on the horizon. With WarGames now official, Triple H made a public statement promising fans a no-holds-barred showdown that would test the loyalty, strength, and resilience of WWE's top factions. WarGames is not just a match. It's an intense battlefield that strips away pretense and reveals what each competitor is truly made of. The match is notoriously grueling and has historically been a place where alliances are tested, grudges are aired, and reputations are both shattered and forged. In bringing WarGames to the main roster, Triple H has effectively set the stage for WWE's top stars to prove their mettle. With Roman Reigns and the Bloodline at the center of this year's WarGames build-up, the family dynamic that has driven some of WWE's best storytelling is likely to be pushed to its breaking point. But just as WWE fans were digesting the gravity of Triple Ace's message, another twist came with Jacob Fatu's response, sparking speculation about whether WWE is planning to bring the NLW star into the fold. Jacob Fatu, ever the unpredictable force, responded to Triple H's WarGames message in a way that was subtle but potent. In a tweet that has since gone viral among wrestling fans, Fatu posted an image of himself with the caption, "Ain't nothing more powerful than family. Loyalty runs deep." His post didn't directly mention WWE, Triple H, or even WarGames, yet the timing was enough to make fans read between the lines. This message is vintage Fatu. Known for his reserved and calculated demeanor outside the ring, Fatu has always let his actions speak louder than words. But here, his words seemed loaded with significance. By invoking loyalty and family, he subtly placed himself in the broader conversation surrounding the Bloodline and WarGames. The Anoa'i family connection is undeniable, and Fatu's reminder about loyalty struck a chord with fans who have followed the complex dynamics within the Bloodline. Fatu, despite his NLW roots, feels like a natural fit within this family feud storyline that WWE has been crafting. The Bloodline has been WWE's most dominant faction, with Roman Reigns standing at the helm as the tribal chief. The Usos, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman have rallied around him, creating a formidable and cohesive unit. But with every faction comes the potential for fractures, and WarGames is the perfect setting for that tension to come to a head. While Fatu is not currently part of WWE's roster, his social media post suggests he's keeping a close eye on his family's affairs and is willing to jump in if he's needed. In wrestling, loyalty within families is never as straightforward as it seems. If Fatu were to align with the Bloodline, it would add even more weight to the faction's already immense power. On the other hand, his loyalty could also become a point of contention if he views himself as a purer or more legitimate representative of the Anoa'i family values than Reigns or the Usos. For Fatu, the concept of loyalty might not align with the authoritarian leadership Reigns has imposed, which could set the stage for a fascinating family rivalry if he were to step into WWE's world. Fatu's response has generated a wave of excitement and curiosity among wrestling fans. Many are eager to see Fatu join WWE and the Bloodline storyline, and his potential inclusion would undoubtedly bring fresh intensity to the faction. Known for his powerful presence and in-ring prowess, Fatu would be a natural addition to WWE, seamlessly fitting into the dynamic that has propelled the Bloodline to superstardom. Social media has been abuzz with theories on how Fatu could be integrated into the WarGames storyline. Some fans envision Fatu siding with Reigns, reinforcing the Bloodline's power and asserting his loyalty to the family's chosen tribal chief. Others, however, are intrigued by the possibility of Fatu challenging Reigns' leadership, positioning himself as a rival tribal chief who values family over authority. Either scenario would create a compelling narrative, offering fans new layers to the ongoing Bloodline saga. While Fatu's tweet was subtle, it's hard to ignore the implications. WWE has often reached out to wrestling talent from other promotions, and the buzz surrounding WarGames presents a perfect opportunity to bring in someone like Fatu. Given the Anoa'i family connection, his inclusion in WWE could be a seamless transition that builds on existing storylines. Plus, with Triple H at the creative helm, the company has become more open to collaborations and cross-promotional signings, making Fatu's WWE arrival more likely than ever. If Fatu were to enter WWE, his role in the WarGames build-up could be transformative. He could act as either a unifying force within the Bloodline or a disruptive outsider with his own vision for family loyalty. His involvement would not only reinforce the significance of family within the Bloodline, but also add a fresh and compelling dimension to the faction's storyline. If WWE were to bring in Fatu, his role within WarGames could be pivotal. His brutal, high-impact wrestling style and unyielding in-ring aggression are perfectly suited to the WarGames format, which is known for its intensity and high stakes. Fatu could enter as a surprise enforcer for the Bloodline, coming in at a critical moment to help his family maintain their dominance, or as a surprise challenger who disrupts the family's unity. An angle where Fatu questions Reigns' approach to family leadership could set the stage for a powerful feud, especially if he were to challenge Reigns on what it truly means to lead the family. This would inject a personal element into the WarGames match, transforming it from a battle for dominance into a battle for the soul of the Bloodline. Reigns' claim to being the tribal chief would be tested not just by external challengers, but from within his own family, giving the storyline an emotional depth that fans crave. As WWE builds toward WarGames, Jacob Fatu's subtle message serves as a reminder that the Bloodline story is far from over. The tension between family loyalty and personal ambition has always been at the heart of the Bloodline, and Fatu's potential involvement could take that tension to new heights. Whether he joins WWE in time for WarGames or remains a force outside the company, his influence on the story of the Bloodline is undeniable. For now, fans are left to wonder, is Jacob Fatu sending a friendly reminder of his loyalty, or is he hinting at a challenge that could shake the foundation of the Bloodline? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. If Fatu steps into WWE's WarGames, it will be a moment that wrestling fans won't soon forget.